Hello everyone and welcome to this video where we will be discussing the LGBTQ community and the social discrimination they face in today's world. First thing you should know that the LGBTQ community is comprised of individuals who identify as lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender or queer. This term can be defined as follows. Lesbian is a woman who is attracted romantically or sexually to other women. Gay is a person who is attracted romantically or sexually to people of the same gender. While bisexual is a person who is attracted romantically or sexually to both men and women. Transgender is a person whose gender identity differs from the sex they were assigned at birth. Lastly, queer is an umbrella term used by some individuals to describe their sexual orientation and/or gender identity, regardless of their specific identity. In this video, we will be exploring the experiences of the LGBTQ community and the impact of social discrimination on their lives. We will also be showcasing a recent incident related to LGBTQ discrimination, as well as conducting an interview to hear from people about their thoughts and opinions. Our goal is to raise awareness and educate individuals on how they can be an ally to the LGBTQ community. One fun fact, do you know that on May 17, 1990, the World Health Organization removed homosexuality from its list of mental disorders, meaning they recognize homosexuality as a natural variant of human sexuality. This milestone now marks an annual celebration of sexual and gender diversity, known as the International Day Against Homophobia, Biphobia, and Transphobia. So, join us as we delve into this important topic and work towards creating a more inclusive and accepting world for everyone.
One recent incident that reflects the inequality, lack of protection from discrimination and violence, and the unwelcoming environment faced by the LGBTQ community is the Chechen Purge of 2017. In 2017, reports emerged of a systematic campaign of violence and persecution against LGBTQ individuals in the Russian Republic of Chechnya. The Chechen government was accused of rounding up and detaining hundreds of people perceived to be gay or bisexual, and subjecting them to torture and abuse in secret detention centers. The reports also indicate that some individuals were killed and families were persuaded to perform honor killings of family members suspected to be LGBTQ. This incident highlights the ongoing challenges faced by the LGBTQ community in many parts of the world and the need for greater protection and advocacy for their rights and safety. The Chechen Purge serves as a stark reminder of the ongoing violence and discrimination faced by the LGBTQ individuals and the importance of working towards creating a more inclusive and accepting world for everyone. In conclusion, despite the progress made in human rights for LGBTQ people, challenges such as unequal access to healthcare, education, protection from discrimination and violence, and rights to expression and privacy remain. The fight against homophobia, biphobia, and transphobia must continue even during a global crisis. LGBTQ individuals have faced a long history of social discrimination. This has manifested in many ways, including the criminalization of homosexual behavior, workplace discrimination, and a lack of legal protections. An example of both workplace and social discrimination faced by the LGBTQ individuals is the case of Masterpiece Cake Shop versus Colorado Civil Rights Commission. In this case, a baker in Colorado refused to bake a cake for a same-sex couple's wedding, citing his religious beliefs. The couple filed a complaint with the Colorado Civil Rights Commission, alleging discrimination on the basis of sexual orientation. The case made its way to the US Supreme Court, where the court ultimately ruled in favor of the baker. Imagine not able to get a cake for your wedding because of your sexuality. The case illustrates the ongoing struggle for LGBTQ rights and protection, and the importance of advocating for greater legal protection for the rights of LGBTQ. The stigma and prejudice attached to being LGBTQ have created a hostile and unwelcoming environment for many individuals, leading to poor mental and physical health outcomes. Despite progress in recent years, such as the legalization of same-sex marriage in many countries, discrimination and violence against the LGBTQ community remain significant problems. It is crucial for society to continue the work towards equality and acceptance for all individuals, regardless of sexual orientation or gender identity.
So today I'm here with...
Xinghui.
Okay, the first question will be, how would you define the current state of LGBT rights globally?
I think now a lot of countries start to accept and encourage LGBT, and also they will formulate some new policy for them. It's like the country accept the LGBT.
In your opinion, what are some of the main challenges facing the LGBT community globally?
I think the people surrounded the LGBT is now not very accept them. It's like they will feel like they will be boycott from other, so they won't talk with other they won't talk to other their real feeling like this.
How do you think society can better support and include the LGBT community?
I would think it's like start from education, like they can convey the message to the young since they are small lah.
So can you share an example of a positive change or progress you have seen in the acceptance and support of the LGBT community in recent years globally?
I wanted to say it's like Taiwan. My example is Taiwan, because now Taiwan is can accept them to have the right to marriage with same sex. Yeah.
In your opinion, what can be done to address and reduce hate crimes and discrimination against the LGBT community globally?
I would encourage some of the LGBT to share their daily life to YouTube, the social media, so that like more people can know what is the LGBT is like this.
One more final thing before we end. If you can say one thing to the LGBT people, what would it be?
Say one thing to LGBT. I will say like it's not your fault about your
sexuality.
It's like it will just go to your feeling lah. No need to care about others. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Jing Yuan, and today I'll be interviewing
Clyde.
For the first question, how would you define the current state of LGBT rights globally?
I think that in Western countries, LGBT community and LGBT rights has improved a lot due to its better education and better environment created to the LGBT community. However, I think in Eastern countries, I think only Taiwan has become open-minded, while other Eastern countries are still against LGBT.
In your opinion, what are some of the main challenges facing the LGBT community globally?
I think the main challenges facing by LGBT community is that LGBT people, they often get discriminated or prejudiced based on their sexual orientation or gender identity, which exclude them from some economics or social opportunities.
How do you think society can better support and include the LGBT community?
I think that efforts should be made to educate people about the experiences and challenges that are faced by LGBT people, so that they could have more awareness towards this issue.
Can you share an example of a positive change or progress you have seen in the acceptance and support of LGBT community in recent years globally?
So I think as of 2021, I think the same-sex marriage percentage has become higher, and this means that LGBT rights are being more acceptable by the community right now.
In your opinion, what can be done to address and reduce hate crime and discrimination against the LGBT community globally?
I personally think that media social is a very strong method to promote positive attitudes towards the LGBT community and LGBT rights. If social media has done a good job in doing their job, the society will not be more negative attitude and prejudice against the LGBT community.
Okay, thank you.
We've covered a lot in this video about the challenges faced by the LGBTQ community, particularly in terms of social and workplace discrimination. It is our shared responsibility to create a more inclusive and accepting world for everyone. Therefore, by becoming a better ally to the LGBTQ community, you can play a meaningful role in making a positive difference in the lives of those around you. There are a few key steps that you can take to be a better ally. First will be educate yourself. It is important to take the time to research and learn about the LGBTQ community. Reading books, articles, and blogs written by the LGBTQ people can help you gain a better understanding of their experiences. The second will be to be an ally in your everyday life. This can mean using appropriate gender pronouns, creating a safe and welcoming environment for LGBTQ individuals, and actively promoting inclusiveness and equality in your daily interactions. Be cautious and sensitive will be the third point, and it is important to remember that everyone's experiences and identities are unique. When engaging in discussions about LGBTQ issues, be cautious and sensitive to the experience and perspectives of others. Avoid making assumptions and respect the privacy and confidentiality of those you interact with. The fourth point is speak out against discrimination. If you witness or hear about incidents of discrimination against LGBTQ individuals, take a stand against it. Use your voice to support and advocate for the rights and dignity of LGBTQ individuals. Your support can make a big difference, especially in the face of adversity. The fifth point, support LGBTQ-friendly policies and initiatives. Advocate for policies and initiatives that support the rights and well-being of LGBTQ individuals, both in your community and on a larger scale. This can include supporting organizations.
Thank you for joining us on this important journey to better understand the LGBTQ community and the social discrimination they face. It's important that we all strive to embrace and respect their rights and identities. I hope that this video has been informative and eye-opening and has shed light on the experiences of the LGBTQ community. By raising awareness on this platform and among our audience, we can work towards creating a more inclusive and accepting world for everyone. Remember, every individual deserves to be treated with dignity and respect, regardless of their sexual orientation or gender identity. So let's continue to educate ourselves, challenge our own biases, and work towards creating a more equitable society for one and for all. Thank you.